Please subscribe.
Skoda has announced details of UK pricing and specification for its new Karoq SUV. The replacement for the Yeti will be available to order from 3 October, priced from £20,875. That starting price nets you a Karoq with a 113 bhp 1.0-litre TSI turbo petrol engine and SE spec, with standard kit including 17-inch alloys, dual-zone climate control, front assist and LED rear lights. You'll need to upgrade the SEL spec from £23,165 with the same engine, to gain items such as an 8-inch touchscreen sat-nav, keyless entry, LED headlights and Alcantara upholstery. Flagship edition models, from £27,110 with a 148 bhp 1.5-litre TSI petrol, include 19-inch alloys, a panoramic sunroof, leather, a more advanced touchscreen and an electric boot light. 2 petrol and 2 diesel engines will be available at launch. The 1.0-litre and 1.5-litre TSI petrols come with a 6-speed manual transmission, but can also be spec'd with a 7-speed DSG gearbox. 113 bhp 1.6-litre and 148 bhp 2.0-litre diesels can also be had with the DSG box, while the latter comes with the option of 4-wheel drive. The Karoq is a notably larger vehicle than the one it replaces. It's 4,382 mm long and 1,841 mm wide, figures that are 160 mm and almost 50 mm up on the Yeti's dimensions respectively. The Karoq's wheelbase is 60 mm longer too, at 2,638 mm if you choose a front-wheel drive edition, 2,630 mm for 4-wheel drive models. The new Skoda's wheelbase figures are identical to those of front and 4-wheel drive versions of the Skoda, but that's no surprise, given that both cars are produced on the VW Group's MQB chassis architecture. Indeed, there are plenty of family traits visible in the Karoq's side profile, because its strong, sharp shoulder line looks very similar to the Ka's. A Skoda family grille and more complex tail lights do help to separate the VW Group stablemates at the front and rear, but the overall look is more restrained than the funky Yetis. We already know that the Skoda Karoq range will expand rapidly over the next 12 months with Sport Line and Scout versions arriving. Skoda bosses also admit that a plug-in hybrid is on the cards, while a high-performance Skoda Karoq VRS edition is under consideration. The Czech company's CEO Bernhard Mayer told Auto Express that the firm has already detected customer demand for a faster version of the new SUV, one that could carry the VRS badging that's currently limited to the Octavia. The Karoq is being launched with a lineup of 5 engines. There are 2 petrols, a 1.0-litre 3-cylinder unit with 113 bhp and 175 Nm that emits 117 grams/km of CO2, and a 1.54-cylinder producing 148 bhp and 250 Nm. Thanks in part to cylinder deactivation technology, this more potent engine almost matches the triple CO2 emissions, at 119 grams/km. The entry-level diesel is a 1.6-litre motor, producing 113 bhp and 250 Nm of torque, and emitting 118 grams/km of CO2. Then there's a 2.0 with 148 bhp and 340 Nm, enough for a 0 to 62 miles per hour time of 8.9 seconds, despite the lowest CO2 emissions of the entire Karoq range, at 115 grams/km. The range-topping motor is a 2.0-litre diesel with 228 bhp and 400 Nm. It's offered only with 4-wheel drive and a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. All of the other motors get a 6-speed manual and front drive as standard. Skoda claims it can crack 0 to 62 miles per hour in 7.8 seconds and reach a top speed of 131 miles per hour. although its CO2 emissions of 138 grams/km mean it's likely to be one of the niche choices in the range, especially in the UK. Front-drive Karoqs will have a choice of driving modes, and dynamic chassis control, available on the 1.5 and 2.0-litre variants, offers adjustable electro-hydraulic suspension. Four-wheel drive additions can be specified with an off-road mode, which uses the traction control system and an electronic differential lock to improve traction. The options list will also include a rough road package that adds more underbody protection if you know you're going to be taking your car onto tougher terrain. Inside, the Karoq showcases the latest version of Skoda's interior design, with 4 vertical air vents punctuating the fascia, and the central infotainment screen mounted high up and in the center of the dash. The car is a 5-seater, and its longer wheelbase delivers considerably more passenger space than in a Yeti, especially for rear seat occupants. The boot capacity grows to up to 521 liters if the rear seats are fixed, and 1,630 liters if they're folded down. But Skoda is offering an optional system called VarioFlex, which allows you to move all 3 of the rear seats individually, or to remove them altogether. Capacities with this configuration range from 421 liters if you prioritize legroom for all 3 rear passengers and 588 liters if you elect to maximize boot space, to 1,810 liters with the second row removed entirely. There are 4 infotainment options. The entry-level Swing has a 6.5-inch touchscreen and includes DAB radio and Bluetooth connectivity. The next system up, Bolero, gets a higher resolution 8-inch screen, and includes Smart Link Plus for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay compatibility, although this feature is available as a standalone add-on for Swing. Emonson uses the same screen but includes navigation and a Wi-Fi hotspot, while the range topper, called Columbus, is based on a 9.2-inch display and includes a DVD/CD drive and 64 GB of onboard memory. It also has the option of an LTE module that brings faster internet for the hotspot, and introduces gesture control to a Skoda for the first time. The Karoq is also the first Skoda to get the VW Group's digital instrument panel, as seen on the Audi TT and the latest VW Golf. It offers a range of layouts designed to prioritize driving data or a range of additional information, including navigation instructions, a gear indicator or traffic sign information. Other features, optional on some versions, include LED ambient lighting that can offer a choice of 10 colors, puddle lights that illuminate the area around the door during entry and exit, full LED headlights and fog lights, and an electric tailgate that can be operated by waving your foot below the rear bumper. The lineup of safety kit includes blind spot detection, rear traffic alert, lane keep assist and traffic sign recognition, although some of these feature on the options list, along with the different designs of 17-in, 18-in and 19-in wheels to choose instead of the standard 16-in and 17-in items. The Karoq is due on sale in the final quarter of this year, with first deliveries expected in January 2018. We'd expect it to cost more than the Yeti, with the starting price of around £17,500.